What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the third react. Hey, this part 3 right here. Hey, now I got to run to myself. I got work tomorrow. I gotta go slave. So, boom, bro. We can try to go make this. Hey, let's try to knock out the rest of this, bro. We gonna knock out like. So let's get like an hour dirty done today. An hour dirty. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember, lock is a bitch. And pull up to the Twitch near YouTube. We live on Twitch. Hey, what's good, YouTube? Hey, what's good, YouTube? This nigga like a cloud. Hey, pull up to the YouTube. Pull up to the Twitch chat for the people watching on YouTube, so me and my dog Lock can have people to joke off of in the chat, bro. YouTube, this guy scams his followers. No, the fuck I don't.
What would you tell yourself? Like, lock it down and wait for the right man. Don't have sex. What would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Do women prefer to be monogamous with low-value men? Oh, I move my camera. My fault.
That the answers aren't outside of you, because I feel like I'd always look for men to answer all of my questions that I've ever had. I thought when I had a man, it would complete me.
Are men the answer to all questions, Jay? Do men fix all problems?
Complete me. And I feel like too, especially with like my dad not being in my life, you look for somebody to guide me. Like, so that's where for me, I put too much value in someone else having the answers for me. So that's why I'm really big on accountability. So I would just tell myself, like, to be patient, to take your time, because I was always quick. Oh, let's try to get in a relationship. Like, we weren't even compatible. There's a lot of just not compatible.
You big on accountability, not because you hit that wall, sweetheart.
Compatible factors. So I feel like for me, it would be to slow down and to really get to know people instead of just blindly banking on potential that most likely will never be tapped into, or selling.
Shit, are you making like part 1, part 2, part 3 of this video, or are you combining it into one? It's like part 1, part 2. Part 1 and part 2 already up. This part 3 going up today. It's different parts each day till we knock out the full thing. So the people watching don't have to sit there and watch the full thing, you know, so they can separate it out. So they ain't gotta, like, say somebody just wanted to watch like 30 minutes of it, and they want, you know, say they wanted to watch just an hour of it, and then they lose their timestamp, you know, from where they left off, just, you know, some shit like that. I like to break it up into pieces so it don't be too long. All right, W Thug. Calling me a thug is crazy.
Myself short because there's a fear of, well, I don't know, this could be the best that I could get. I might as well just shut up and suck a dick.
And that's what I meant about women nowadays, because exactly what you'd be telling your 17-year-old self is what happened back in the day. So when I'm repeating these things, I'm going, oh, you're old-fashioned. But it seems like women do what they like, and then they hit a certain age and say, oh, well, I've got to settle. But it's not settling. You're just getting whatever you can.
Yep.
You know,
or whatever you deserve.
You know what?
Because
Auntie,
if you think back now, you'd be telling people now, rather than say that Auntie's old-fashioned or Auntie don't know what she's talking about, look what she be telling her 17-year-old self, which ain't nothing that I ain't already said.
Yeah,
because
that's fine.
really and truly,
you know what,
really and truly, let me finish. Because what I've always said, and you can check, I'm an older version of you. So where you've been, I've already been on up come back. So that's why I asked you, what would you tell your 17-year-old self? Because me telling you is, I'm telling my 30-year-old self. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So it's not that I'm old-fashioned. It's just that women hit a certain age and then realize, oh, my God, it wasn't that old-fashioned. You know, it works. Because it does. But there's no point in waiting until you're a certain age to start thinking about it. You know, even if you're like, you hold your own accountability. So it's like if you meet somebody and they were like 17, 18, and you saw them acting a certain way, they ask you for advice, you wouldn't say, do as I do. You say, listen, this is what happened to me, and this is what I thought, and what I recommend you do is blah, blah, blah. Am I right or am I wrong? If they ask you for your advice.
No, I totally get what you're saying. Like, I totally agree with that. I think that no matter what you decide to do, you have to accept whatever repercussions come behind that. So any advice that I give to anybody is do what you want, but just know there are repercussions, good, bad, or indifferent, that are going to come behind it. So.
Yep. And I get what Tate is saying too, bro. She said, like, women, like, once they hit that wall, then they realize being a traditional woman, being a housewife, like, it actually works, and it's not a bad idea, but it's too late now. You don't get the same option that you had before. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good you think the Afro girl pussy is? What Afro girl? You talking about Brittany Renner? She ran through. I'm gonna say 5 out of 10. She looked bro, someone come get their granny out this hole. He brain hasn't worked this hard since Great Depression. You're not Tate, buddy. I never tried to be Tate, bro. I don't know why the fuck you keep saying that. And bro, the thing about, ain't no such thing as good. Like, bro, I don't really believe in like good pussy, bad pussy. It's just who is the female more attracted to? If she attracted to one nigga, fuck nigga A that's making her cream and squirt and all that shit, and nigga B that she fuck probably didn't make her do all that. She probably wasn't as attracted to it. It's just like attraction level. Fuck all pussy squirt cream and all that shit. They all do the same shit.
I mean, and I think that's just where I'm at. I don't even think it's like an age thing. I think it's like in
On a
reality.
scale of 1 to 10, dumb fuck answer. That's why y'all stupid. Shut your bitch ass up. 2. She had a kid and she ran through.
I have a son.
Respectfully.
And you really start asking yourself questions. And again, I hate that it took having a child to really look into my life and call myself out on my bullshit.
Yep.
So
But
if you got pregnant earlier, if you got pregnant at 18, 19, would it?
I was always on birth control.
Okay.
I was on birth control for a decade. I got off birth control because the person I was with wanted to have a baby.
Okay.
So again, I thought I did it right. Clearly not, because I wasn't married. But it still didn't work out because it just wasn't my guy. So that's where I just think, like, even if I still would have taken it slow, there just were a lot of people that just were genuinely not my person, and that's okay.
I would just
Speaking
go
of
on.
marriage, I wanted to know, do you think we're in a post-marriage society? Because on one
She
hand,
smiled at every
we
question.
hear that women should wait till they're married to have sex, but at the same time, we also hear from the men that they don't want to get married anymore. So what do we do with that?
Seems
Like, you want to get married, bro? I'm getting married through God. Really. I'm not anything with paperwork, laws, all that nonsense. No. We're having a ceremony. We're doing it through God. We're going to have a priest doing it through God. We're not having no type of paperwork. If this happened, blah, blah. Oh, no, I'll probably get a prenup. Ooh, who the fuck is this white girl with her mom dress? Nigga, it's Pearl, man. Why did, bro? You just be what juice off everybody, bro. Out of everybody on the panel, who you fucking with? Block? No, I hit, dip, and block.
like it's true because nowadays a lot of people are looking at marriage as a contract rather than a partnership. And there's a huge difference between that because with a contract, there are so many terms and many headaches and this and that. And
Well, it
numbers
is a contract.
Well-
Yeah, it's definitely a contract. The niggas lose half of this shit. Child support.
Yeah, women
Well,
are
that's
paid to
why.
leave, yeah.
But that's
I
because
heard the term alimony, but I don't know the definition of alimony, so I'm not gonna speak on that.
that is what it is now because
know what that term
realistically the
mean.
traditional sense of marriage is not a contract really in terms of the law. Once the law is involved, that's when everything went tits up, I think.
Yeah. So the problem is that there's zero advantage to marriage in the Western world for a man. There is zero statistical advantage. If you use your mind, if you use your head instead of your heart, and you look at the advantages to getting married, there are absolutely and utterly none. Because this
All right, Batman, clear through.
new idea of new age feminism just basically destroys all men in the idea or in the event of her leaving. And it's very common that women leave, right? Let's stop the man versus woman attack, et cetera, et cetera. Life's difficult for everybody. We all have different challenges, different things to go through. But if a woman marries a man and it goes wrong, she has emotional heartbreak. Fine. But if a man marries a woman and it goes wrong, he has emotional heartbreak. Plus, everything he has ever worked for is ripped out from underneath him, and he has to give that chick money forever.
In some places, you don't even have to be married.
Exactly.
That's why the men don't want to live with the women either.
That's right.
Yep.
So when you make these rules and these laws, right, under the guise of feminism and equality, all this garbage, all you're doing is scaring men away from commitment. And then you have to add in the other hidden element. And the other hidden element is what I said earlier, is whose fault a lot of this is promiscuous women, right? So when society's broken down, if women were saying, if all women got together and said, we'll only have sex after marriage, guess what men would do? Get married. But you don't, right? So now you're in Miami. I go to Miami. I can fuck anything in the club. I don't have to marry any of them. If I marry them, I get wrecked. So, like, let's all use our brains here. What am I going to do?
That's
Well, I'm
true.
going to be like, well, no.
That's
Bounce. See ya. No. So men have been scared away from the idea of marriage.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of that is the fault of this new bullshit law and this new feminism and this new crap. They don't give men any tactical advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about small things. A man's not even allowed to be a man in his own house. Do you know in England you'll
Yep.
get accused of emotional abuse? I can marry a woman, not lay a hand on her. I can just raise my voice at her. That's emotional abuse. I can raise my voice at her because she's going out drinking with dudes. She can go out drinking 6 nights a week with men. And I can say, what the fuck, you're my wife, sit down. She can call the cops, call me emotionally abusive. I get arrested now. Now there's a court case against me. I have to go to court and defend myself. She'll divorce me, take my house. I have to sell my car because she's drinking vodka with fucking God knows who.
But you notice that earlier on.
This nigga is spitting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Hey, I definitely gotta get in tune with the laws, bro, because I know that the system is fucking designed to fuck over men, bro, and make men weak, bro. I definitely gotta get in tune with the laws, do my research on this shit, understand how marriage work, the laws of it, all this shit. So you two don't want to watch this shit. Feel bad for your subs. My subs love watching shit, I think. I'm just, they do fuck with it though. Bro, can we react to something else? This vid is get alright, we're gonna react to whatever Locke wanna react to after this. Alright, bro.
What do you think of
Hey, that's facts though, bro. Why would a man have to commit if they giving it out for free? Like, why do a man gotta put a ring on it if you giving it out for free? Shit, they giving it out for free at the club. What the fuck? Yeah, why not? Shit, I want sex. They don't want the relationships, and they giving it out for free. Shit, free pussy. That's what. That's how.
What do you think of child support?
Oh, then another thing I heard before he get into this. Oh yeah, he said, bro. Another thing I heard that you can't even whoop your own kids no more. I heard if your kids call the police on you and say that you was abusing them, CPS and all that shit gonna get involved. Brother, I wish my kid would, bro. If my kid do some disrespectful shit, I'm whooping his little ass. Taking my fucking belt and I'm whooping his ass. The hell? You can't even discipline your own kids nowadays. This is haram. She asked, what do he think of child support? Let's hear.
And that's another interesting thing because a lot of these arguments, it goes beyond man and woman and it goes into the larger sphere as a whole, right? Because we talked earlier about war and how a lot of men used to die and that doesn't happen anymore. So what you used to have in societies, and I'm not saying I have all the answers, I'm just commenting, right? What you used to have in societies is a bunch of men would die at war because men have more dangerous lives than women. There'd be a bunch more women than men. The top Gs would impregnate a bunch of women, and the top Gs could take care of the women, and that'd be it, et cetera, et cetera. That's now changed, right? So a lot of the reason that monogamy is pushed is because it's good for society, and it is good for society. It's good for society as a whole to have a man, a woman, a family. They're together. The man provides for the woman, et cetera. The government doesn't want to pay for all these kids. If you don't have child support, who's paying for these kids? The government does it. It breaks down, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why child support is enforced in many parts of the world. In certain other parts of the world, child support isn't enforced because they have religious beliefs or genuine family beliefs that keep the families together. But in the Western world, now you need child support because you've broken things down to the point where men don't want to be married to chicks. Chicks don't want to listen to the man. Yeah. The man can't even be the man in his own household. He can't even feel respected where he goes. His woman gives him no status. And now he doesn't want to fucking deal with her anymore. So how do you get that kid paid for? Well, then tell the man or you go to jail.
Success story after success story after success story. Kane, how much did you do in your first 30 days of the pre-bowl?
And you just come along with the fucking long arm of the law and you fuck him. And so, yeah, it's difficult. It's hard to answer. Yeah, but it's hard to answer. The true answer to all of it is an idealistic answer. I don't like to think idealistically and talk idealistically, but it's the truth. The true answer to it is to instill in the man a sense of duty in which he wants to take care of his woman regardless, because that's his child. But you will do that. I'll tell you how you do that. You do that by inspiring out of the man by being a very good woman.
Yes, bro.
An example. If I had a child with a woman, and she was always a great woman to me. She never cheated on me. She was a good woman to me. And I was running around being whatever. And she's like, look, I just can't put up with you anymore. You're top G. You're going to do what you're going to do. I'm going to look after your kid. You can see him anytime you want. I care about you. Please don't leave me in poverty. I'd say, cool. 100%. I'm not a fucking dickhead.
Can I
cool.
say
That's a real man though, because I was in a situation but I was just in a situation like.
Pause on that real quick. You got some ads. After this, YouTube, this guy is dumb as fuck. He lives in a foster cleans toilet. Can you just pause vid and play Waka Waka for intermission break there? YouTube it gets 30. Give me VIP ads all the way. I'm not giving you VIP. Fuck you, the ops. Nah, bro, but yeah, that's 100%, bro. A lot of women don't make and yeah, of course they do got the fuck boys after they had their kid that they don't want to have to put up with it, deal with it, bro. But that's their decision, and I don't like. Hey, do I agree with the man leaving after he didn't nut that side of girl? No, I agree that that's his responsibility now, even though it's her choice 100% to bring inside the world and shit, bro. But then you got most situations. Well, the mother is mad at their relationship didn't work out, and the baby father got a new woman or something like that, so she uses that that kid as leverage against the man, bro. And you got all this around man shit going on. You can't see a kid who out the band putting your child support just because I don't want you to be happy because I'm not happy. Who out the band, la la la. Shit, you just got a lot of this shit going on, bro.
That to where it's like hearts don't break even, and that's the reality too. It's like if those morals and principles are not instilled in a man, none of that shit matters. So obviously the child support stuff obviously hits close home to me because I'm already 50,000 it's just in lawyer fees trying to get him to provide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sucks because it's like you play in the NBA, like why don't you want to do more? And it's just because again of the relationship. It's personal. It's not about our
Personal.
son.
That's right.
So it's like, if you're not
So
I just feel like it's like, why do you get money for making a poor choice?
well, it wasn't a poor choice because it took two.
I'm not trying to like disrespect you in any way. It's just like
I give a pro saying she trying to make her take some accountability.
if you left,
No.
and so it's like, why do you get
and
money for it? It just
right
doesn't make
because
sense.
because we made a commitment.
That's
So we
it.
made at the end of the day, we made a commitment. We have a forever commitment. Fuck marriage. We are forever family. So again, as someone who is literally going through this, if I made more money than him, I would be paying him child support, and that would be fair to me.
But this is what's really interesting. What's truly interesting is if you go to other countries, and I'm talking about civilized countries, right? If you go to Poland or Czech Republic or whatever, these countries, which are in many metrics more civilized than the West, they're safer to live in, they're cleaner, etc. There's no child support laws. So if you have a divorce, the man just takes care of the woman because that's his kid and that's just what he's supposed to do and that's just it. So what you're saying is, you're right about the man having the morality instilled inside of them. And my point is that the reason a lot of this doesn't exist, the reason men don't have morality installed in them is not just about the individual case of the man. It's about society as a whole. It's about women as a whole, men as a whole, the dating game as a whole, the life he's living as a whole. And this is the world we live in. This is why I was talking about how dangerous new think is, because now we have this new think, this new world, and we're living in this new world. And the truth is, as a man, now the game has changed. In the game of chess, sometimes it's not about winning. It's about making sure you don't lose. If you can not lose, if you can not blunder any pieces and protect your king long enough, you'll win the game. And there's a lot of men who are now like, okay, how do I not lose? Well, you know what? I become fucking ruthless. That's how I don't lose. I get all my sex because the women are promiscuous. I get laid as much as I want. I don't let anyone fucking tie me into anything dumb. Any bitch wants to get fresh to me or fucking talk to another dude, I cut her off financially. And you just get ruthless so you don't lose the game. But that's because the game's been rigged against men. So the harder you rig the game against us, the more ruthless we're going to have to be to compete. And it's unfortunate. I'm not saying I have the answers. I'm just saying why men do what they do.
Can I just say with regards to Brittany, I just think that with regards to child support, you got a kid, you look after it.
Hey,
I do.
Not you, the men.
I was like, I do look after my son.
No, not you.
Okay, I was like, hold on.
That's why I said. No, that's why I said with regards to the child support. That's what I first said. I think that you have a kid that you should look after it. I don't agree with men giving the women money. But I think it's disgusting that a man can have a child and not support it.
So do I. But this is another thing. So this is the comments we have to make, right? Because we don't have all the answers. We have to make the comments on it. This goes into the deeper point. Every time a court rules in favor of a chick having $100,000 a month, that puts men off to a level. Like, it's fine if there was a baseline child support, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. That's if you have a kid, baseline, regardless of income. If your man wants to give you more, he does. If he doesn't, whatever. But when you come along and start saying this percent of a man's income, do you have any idea how scary that is to a man who works for his money? He works for his money. And you know why it's scary? It's not just because he's giving his money away. It's because he knows he isn't giving money to the kid.
Yeah.
The kid, you can raise a kid on $500 a
point.
month in most of the world. You want that kid in Gucci, you in a nice car, going on dates with another dude.
That's a
with
good
my
ass
money.
point.
I'd rather burn the fucking house down than to give it to you under
They
those
should
fucking
make
circumstances.
vouchers.
This nigga is spitting fire. This nigga is Hey, bro. Shit, if we need a male representative for anything, bro, let this nigga. This nigga is representing, bro, because a lot of people, bro, they tend to look at it from a female lens and they stuck in looking at it from a female lens. So let me read these chats real quick. I'm gonna get into what I gotta say. This here. 5 ads is crazy gang. You're dumb as fuck. For running ass. Damn well, no one subs to Peter Frank. Ooh, you just make me so fucking. You know what the fuck you is, bro. Ooh, you do flame this thug in the comments. He comments on his own vids like, what the fuck? Ooh, hey, I gotta support myself. Ooh, bro, go do something illegal. And he dick sucks Tate. How the fuck do I dick suck Tate, bro? Bro, now play Waka Waka before I put you back on it. Wow. As a white dude saying that, that's crazy. Give me VIP now, fucking ooh. Alright, back to my shit, bro. Take me at a good ass point. A lot of these women, bro, with these unnecessary ass requirements of income, bro, with a high ass percentage, say shit. Okay, let's use Brendan Runner. a man, what, NBA player, the nigga obviously fucking make hella money and shit. If that nigga gotta pay fucking 10K or however much hella fucking money a month, obviously it don't take that much to raise a kid. Then you obviously making your own money, bro. So it's like, and then the money, bro, the money don't even go to the kid most of the time. And let's just speak in general. If the dad is paying child support, the money don't even go to the kid most of the time. The money go to the woman, partying, clubs, whatever the fuck she like, bro. Hey, that nigga spin facts. Not white, sorry, shut up.
Vouchers for child support.
I just think it incentivizes poor decisions. Like I haven't gotten pregnant by someone, but like but I'm saying, but like you're gonna pay someone who's done that. Like why do they get?
Okay, no, but I'm literally telling you that what if I made more money than him, I would have no problem paying for my child. And their child support.
You make enough money to take care of you and your child.
Child support laws vary in different states. So in North Carolina, for instance, if you make over combined of $300,000 a year, then you are considered off the grid. So then you have to prove this is how much your rent is. Any bill that my son occupies, I get a percentage of. So on the low end, it would be 50%. If there's a big enough salary gap, it could be up to 97%. In the court, the judge gets to decide what makes the most sense. So if my child's father makes $20 million a year from basketball, he gets to decide if $6,000 is a lot, if $8,000 or $10,000, whatever. But you have to prove that. So it's not like you just it's enough money for a Chanel bag. Like these are my son watches Peppa Pig. That's a cable bill. You know what I mean? So it's a percentage of everything. So you're not like just living it up. You're just
she's taking this personal.
living. I mean, so you're able to. There's a roof over your son's head.
My whole point is that like it's all down to choices. And like
and the man made a choice too because I can't get pregnant unless he nuts in me.
But the kid can't come into the world unless you choose to bring the kid into the world. If a dude gets you pregnant, which I do agree that it takes two to make a baby. If a dude is to get a woman pregnant, who chooses if the kid come into the world or not? The man has no say so after you. He has no say so at all. He has no say so if he want to keep the kid or the kid get out of it. Gotta take some accountability here, Brittany Renner. They're not talking to you, by the way, buddy. Mid-ass bitch. Shut your whole ass up and let me fucking react to peace.
I understand that, but I'm
then there's nothing to argue. You're
the one that's.
Oh yeah, she's taking this personal. She's taking this personal. What the fuck? Muted? Which button it is? Oh, so M is the mute on the keyboard. Okay.
It's born. Abortion's legal.
Okay,
as soon as he nuts, it's completely out of his control.
Listen,
can I just say something though?
Wait,
just playing
Auntie,
devil's advocate that I had my child and me and the dad went together, and I didn't take a penny from him. And the government wanted me to, but I decided that no, that it was better off that my child, I look after him myself.
Yeah, my mom's the same way. Don't ask for child support, and it shouldn't be like that, in my opinion. You shouldn't unless he literally
anything he wants to give his son.
I think y'all get my point. I'm gonna let the video play a little bit.
I worked hard and I done it all on my own because it was just less. Because it's less headache. It's less
no,
headache.
and I know a lot of women that went that route.
It's unfair though that you have to think that he's not going to be a man and take care of his child. Don't you think that's unfair on you?
No, because he's my child and he's happy. Now give him what he wants.
Child as well. He made that child.
That's why I don't need a man
but the whole
attitude.
point is you choose who you sleep with.
Listen, right? As far as
but he chooses as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, this is that.
But y'all have it. Y'all women got a good habit of holding men accountable, but shit is never their fault ever, huh? Shit is never ever their fault, really. That's something I'm starting to notice too. Women are literally allergic to accountability, bro. That's something that Pastor Peep been preaching forever. This guy want to be in this shit so bad. Shit, I love to be in this debate. Dude, what? I be spitting by fire with my stuttering ass. I be spitting fire.
It's two to tango. What are we talking about?
I'm saying right now it's not fair because women have abortion that's legal. It's not legal for them. They get no say. They get no say, and the same thing with birth control.
I mean, I could have done, but it wasn't worth my time. Why am I going to go and fight a man?
IUD, it's like 99.9%.
But what if the man wanted the child though?
That's exactly my point.
If the man, okay, and this is my point earlier that I made. If the man wanted the child, he doesn't. Okay, the woman chooses if the kid comes into the world or not. The man has no say so. If he nut in her and he wanted to keep the kid and the woman didn't want to keep the kid, she could abort it. If he did want to keep the kid and they both wanted to keep the kid, it's her choice. The man has no say so. If he don't want the kid, she could still have the kid if she wants the kid. The man has no say so at all, bro. If the kid is born into the world, he has no say so.
So I was on birth. Let's just use me as an example.
My whole point. I think he should. I think
a lot of women, they arguing with emotion right now. and not really, add some logic in there. This guy, Tate needs to put him to sleep and humble those fucking dumb fuck girls. You're not going to make it very far reacting to this. Bro, do you not understand, bro? Shut the hell up. That's what the hell you do, alright? Let me spit my piece, alright? And then I learn a lot of shit from listening to this type of shit too, bro. Because a lot of time, look, you get to understand how women think too. That's why I watch Fresh Fit. You understand how women think, bro.
So I was on birth. Let's just use me as an example.
My point, I think he should. I think he should take care of it, but I just don't agree with having legal incentives for women to leave. That's my point. He should give you money for the kid. If you have a kid, you should, but I just don't agree.
And like, this very important for your stupid ass. You should learn something, because, nigga, sooner or later, you gonna get older and you gonna want to have kids, right? Nigga, you better learn all this shit that they'll take 50% of your shit if the girl divorces you and all this extra bullshit that y'all sign up for after y'all get married. You better learn some of this shit. I'm telling you, this shit teach you shit. Fucking shit that you wouldn't even know that you'll learn, bro. But if y'all, bro, this should be teaching.
Wow.
See, but the thing is, if men stood up and became fathers to their children, women wouldn't have
but if
to.
women, we're in control of who we sleep with. So at the end of the day,
that's not the point, because
but you pick who you sleep with. Okay. So if you pick a guy,
I can't take it anymore, Mr. Nibbles. It's always
they can't, like, they don't want to. They can't hear Pearl point because they so emotional. Especially Brenda Renner. I know she's taking it personal because she have a kid. Like, bro, they taking it such to heart. I mean, hey, they are women, emotional creatures, which is understandable, bro. But damn, they arguing on straight.
Yo, Death Knight.
It's like they disagreeing on straight emotion right now.
My armor. Hey, Death Knight, get your.
That's getting girls pregnant left and right.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that he's not going to be there. She doesn't know that.
If she married him, she'd be all right.
She trusted this man to be a father to a child, and now she's left with a child, and no one's going to support her.
Marry him.
Don't you think that's unfair?
Should have married him first.
I mean, you can get married.
Of course.
You get married, but you get married.
That's what I'm saying. It's
You
just
think
like,
marriage is what solves problems? Are you guys actually
No,
sitting
what I'm
here?
trying to say, marriage will solve her financial
You've already
problems.
spoken, Auntie. Please don't cut me off. This is the problem.
Any man that want to date that, good luck to y'all. Damn.
Yeah, stop acting like every woman that leaves a marriage and gets divorced is because she's this and she's that. There's a lot of women that suffer and they actually need the support and the legal incentive so that they know when they leave, somebody can back them up because they'll be on their own. Stop acting like men are angels, because there's a lot of men that are dealing with a lot of the traumas that they have from a man's world being difficult. The same way that Andrew Tate explained, a man's world is highly competitive. Men are out there suffering. It is hard to be a man, and a lot of the time, the person that takes the brunt of it is the woman. So yes, she's well within her right to leave, take her child, and be in a better place. And the government should step in to make sure that that man that made her make that decision steps in for their kid.
Can I say something?
The time that she takes to take care of the child is the time that she doesn't have to go to work. So she's already down on income, and she's having to be taking care of the child on her own. That don't make sense. Not every man is a bloody angel, and not every woman is a devil.
They missing Pearl point, and I think Tate agreeing with Pearl, making the same point. Who are the gatekeepers of sex for everybody watching it? Who are the gatekeepers? Who chooses to have the women? You're right. The women choose who they have sex with. What Pearl is saying is, if you knew that man was that type of dude, if you knew that he was that kind of guy, you should have never opened up your legs in the first place. But they can't even much think about it because they so in their feelings and they don't know how to take accountability. This probably their first time ever being held accountable as a woman. They don't, like, they so emotional right now, bro. But they don't realize you opened up your legs still to that fuckboy that don't want to take care of his kid. That's your fault. Yeah, that's your fault. 100%. I mean, not 100%, obviously, but yeah, to a degree, that's definitely your fault, bro.
Wait, hang on a minute.
Go ahead.
Hang on a minute.
How do you do that,
When
bro?
did I say a man was an angel?
How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that?
I'm talking.
What do you mean, how to pick the right? They so emotional right now. Look at them. Is it that hard to pick the bro? You know what type of dude that you finna deal. Like, what the fuck? Pick the best man possible by keeping your damn legs closed and wait until he put a ring on it, sweetheart. That's what they saying. Wait until marriage.
I'm talking. I waited.
Yes, you did.
I waited. Right?
Did.
So now it's my time to talk.
Talk to me.
What I was saying to her is, right, is that if she had got married first, then she would have been all right. She would have to be fighting through the court. So the same law that you're saying would have supported her and her child.
And no, and
that
She's so emotional.
is the difference
It still
between
supports
getting
her.
married first.
No,
and that's
only
what I'm saying.
difference.
Is she crying? Or is her makeup falling off because she's sweating?
And that's what when people
Getting
were saying
married
about.
just gives you more money.
Hang on a
Then
minute.
you got a divorce
Listen.
and kids.
You just
It's not a good decision, yeah?
Excuse me, but I shut up when you were talking.
Go on, apologies, my auntie.
Right.
I didn't mean to disrespect you.
So what I was trying to say is that there is an incentive when women get married first and have children. Because I'm not saying that you, I'm just saying women in general. If a woman gets married first before she has a child and then it leaves, then it's totally different. Like he said before, she's set up for life. If she
But
leaves,
auntie, just
she's
like
set up for
Tate
life.
said,
So if somebody
set up
else,
for life without marriage, though. That's the point.
No,
That's
and
even
that
not what we're
is
discussing
because-
right
They not letting her talk. They keep cutting off. But they so Tate speaking in general, like Brittany Renner and them, they keep the room think that those two thinking that she talk about Brittany Renner specifically, bro. But I get what they saying. If she would have waited the marriage, things would have turned out a whole lot different. That's 100%. Hey, the problem is, like Tate said, that these promiscuous women just opening up their legs for free. He said he could just go to Miami and hoes busting their legs wide open for free. You ain't gotta put a ring on it. You ain't gotta commit. You ain't gotta spend no money on it. The fuck? That's y'all problem. Take some accountability, bro.
you want to hear?
No, and as a person, again, let's ask somebody who's actually going through, because none of you fucking know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to child
She's so triggered. She's so triggered.
support, lawyers, none of that shit. None of you fucking know, okay? So you don't.
Tate got children, by the way.
The reality is, if I would have gotten married and did everything right and did everything the moral way, right? Guess what? All I would have on top of what I'm going through with child support is alimony. So I'm still in the
that's what
courts
alimony is?
fighting whether I'm married or whether I'm not. So that I get what you're saying, because hey, you at least get the commitment to, maybe back up that he's gonna be there, but it doesn't ensure
It's not no
anything.
maybe.
Everybody wants a fucking guaranteed thing. There's
hang on a
no
minute, 'cause
guaranteed in life.
We're talking different places. When you're in America and you're married and you divorce, you still got to fight for your money. And would you still
Yes,
not
you
in
have to
England.
get a lawyer.
Right, not in England. In England, you get a
Oh.
lawyer and it's sorted. That's the difference.
But you-
You,
but
would
there-
have to be going there saying, "Oh, I need this for my child, and I need this." Once you get divorced and you go to court,
you
it's
still
that.
Granny knows everything why she was born in 1923. Hey, you gotta listen to they just think that she just old and she don't know what she talking about, and it's not 1942 and all this extra shit. Like, they not trying to hear what she trying to teach them how to take some accountability, and Brittany Renner not doing none of that, bro. Bro, the reality really is that nobody will say, and I know, shit, if I was in that room, shit, nobody gonna listen to me, nigga. I'm 18. What the fuck they gonna? They think I don't know shit, bro. But, bro, I'm gonna keep saying it, bro. It's their fault. They choose who they have sex with. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. Men are the ones that get on one knee to propose and commit. If you want the relationship, got to be a good woman, but that's not the man's fault that you busting your pussy wide open. That's that. A to a degree, yes. A by the way, I'm not saying that men shouldn't take care of their kids, bro. You should take care of your kids if you have a fucking kid, bro. But this little shit where you gotta pay, bro. In most of the situations, from what I be seeing, bro, the dad wants to be inside the child's life, bro. But it's so personal between the man and the woman, bro, that shit, like, the woman just take everything out on the man. She used to, like, leverage. Ask your daddy for this amount of money. We gonna go to court so he could pay child support, so he could pay this amount, even though he making bullshit ass wages and he only make 20K a year. Still asking for 10K a year. Like, bro, take some accountability, bro.
But
alimony and child support are different.
Read your fucking chat, no, bitch.
Saying she just spent £50,000. She's still fighting. You have to pay
but
that
even
here.
when you're
You
married-
would.
The man, why? Because he gets boners, and when you get boner, you can only do one thing for it, to go it down. And if the girl say no, then you gotta tape her mouth and you going to jail. This nigga going to jail, bro. Tate's asleep under his glasses. Imagine hearing all this shit in your ear for 3 hours. I'm pulling a Glock in the fit. Oh man, nah, bro. That shit is loud though, bro. I'm already know. That shit hurt my ears right now with all this damn screaming, bro. And it's cause they triggered, cause they never, like, let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro.
would not have to pay that here.
She's in
You
Dreamland
would not have
America,
to pay
that's
that
why.
here. You would not have to pay that here. Do your research. You would not have to pay that
But you
here.
still need a
When you
lawyer.
get divorced, she wouldn't be going for all the battle that she's going. It'd be simpler in England to
No,
get divorced than
in
in
England,
America.
maybe.
She will still
That's
take
what
your
I'm
money,
saying.
boys.
In
They'll
England,
take your money. Don't get married. Have a parental partnership. Love your woman.
auntie,
Pay whatever you
I
need to
just
pay
want
for
to
your
make
kids.
a point. You know what you were saying? Get married. Even Tate said it himself. Men don't want to get married anymore.
Why are you turning what he's saying? Why are you not twisting what he's saying? You're not even listening to what he's saying.
It's not attractive
true?
anymore.
Isn't
He didn't say that. That's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said men don't have to marry a woman no more. That's the difference. He said women don't have to marry a woman no more because why? They busting that tootie tat open for $3.99, nigga. Hey, they don't got to, bro. They just and blame the promiscuous woman. They busting that shit open. And Brittany Renner is one of them.
I lost for a man to
Isn't
get
it true
married.
that a lot of men-
You're taking what he's saying and you're twisting it to suit
What
yourself.
did you say?
I'm not. He literally said, Tate, didn't you say that men are scared of getting married now?
What, yeah, okay, but why?
Because, like you said, with child support,
No.
they feel like there's no advantage.
That's-
And
so
alimony,
you say
it's
just
alimony.
get married. It's not that simple because men don't want to marry you.
Okay, so let's analyze that point. And first thing, back to the child support thing. What's actually interesting to talk about is there's a lot of countries in the world where there is no child support system and it functions, right? So you have to, if you want to pay attention to actually, learn about society as a whole, it's very interesting
She look like Rihanna. She got a balloon, like a beluga whale forehead.
to study all the different societies and economies in which there is no child support and children don't die. I mean,
Is she
people get
crying?
divorced and they still find a way to function. And it's interesting and it's a very long conversation because it extrapolates about how the whole society works as a whole. That's the first point. Second thing, I'll actually sit here and argue the point that I don't think any man really ever wants to get married. I think that women convince him to get married.
True.
And I think that any woman who is genuinely serious about convincing her man to get married could do it. I don't think in the modern world, at least, men wake up and go, can't wait to get married. But what they do is they get a chick who's so good and ticks so many boxes and makes them so happy. And she'll sit there and say, you know what? It would mean the world to me. Please. And he'll go, oh, for fuck's sake. All right, then. And that's what happens. So I still think you can convince 99.9% of men to marry you. The point I was making is the society isn't convincing the man to marry you. It's not like it used to be where the man believed he had to be married. Society's done the opposite. So it's your job as a woman to make it clear to him that it is worthwhile. Once again, how would you convince a man it's worthwhile for him to say, that's my wife? Status. That's how you do it. This is a misunderstood hack to men as a whole, is status. If you can convince that man, but by marrying you, his status will increase amongst his peers, he's going to do it. And for anyone out here who disagrees with me, the things men do for status, let's actually analyze how baseline men are. What is status? Status is respect, right? Men kill over respect. Gangs kill each other over respect.
Albion Online is a sandbox MMORPG.
Can I give VIP? Let me know right now. They should all pop pussy in vid except Granny. Why? Because pussy dust gonna come. You a troll. Tate's fed up and this thug reads chat every 30 minutes. L stream. Please end, bro. You dick gets hard when Tate talk. Fuck no, fuck you don't. Like bro is smiling when he talk. Can you smell colors? Let me know right now. You so fucking annoying. Can I not agree with another man, bro? Am I not allowed to agree with another man in the stand, bro? Nah. It's that dick sucking. And you gay. Oh shit.
For insulting him. We will die for respect and status. You tell me we won't get married? We'll die for we'll go to the front line of a war, and the only reason we don't walk away and abandon our post as artillery shells rain is because we're afraid of being mocked for being a coward. We'll die for status. So status is what it's all about. It's what it's always been about. If you wanted a man to marry you, status. And it's the same thing with nearly anything you want to do with a man. I don't know anything about your personal life. I'll be honest. I don't know, right? But I'll tell you this now. If this dude, this NBA player, believed that he would be higher respected amongst his peers and amongst society for taking care of you properly, that's what he'd fucking do. He doesn't feel that because either he's rolling with the wrong people
Or either the woman is not doing her job,
or you've pissed him off in a way, or something public's happened. I don't have a clue, but something's happened where he feels like if I take care of her, I'll look like a bitch. That's what he's scared of. If it was inversed, he had no problem giving you money because that's how men function. I'm telling you right now, as a man, I'm telling you what I would do if I had a chick with a woman, right? And she went on the news, top G's this and fucking, like I said, I have no idea what you've done, but I'm just giving my personal made up scenario.
Oh, yeah.
She would go on the news, top G's this, and he fucking lied to me. He's a piece of shit. Da da da. And then I bought her a Bentley. Women's be like, well, look, she insults Top G. She insults him, and he's a simp. Da da da. But if she was like, you know what, he's misunderstood. He's a good guy. It just didn't work out. Boom, boom, boom. I'd bet she'd be in a mansion, right? And would that be me being a nice guy, caring about her?
That's a good ass
Let's
point.
be honest. Would it be me being a selfish piece of shit dude and saying what makes me look better? Men are all about status. Is how we function. It's how we function as a whole. So society, this is where it extrapolates. It gets interesting. When society with this new think has destroyed all of the baseline humanities and baseline understandings of how men interact with women. And now, all the things we previously understood about what made a good man, what made a good woman, and how we should act together and how we should interact has been erased. Of course men are acting like dickheads, and of course women are doing wrong things, because nothing makes sense anymore. You've taken the chessboard and moved all the fucking pieces around. Nobody gets it. It should be very simple. I'm a man, I work hard, I take care of my woman. I'm the man of the house. She treats me with respect. She would never insult me or raise her voice to me in front of other people. She has a problem, she brings it to me in private. We act as a team. We work together. If we break up, she was a good woman to me. She fulfilled her roles the best she possibly could. I'm still a man. I'm going to take care of her. But all of that is gone. All of it's gone. All of it. And it's gone because of all the ideas we were discussing earlier. The feminism, the new age bullshit, the fucking dudes left and right and center. All these things... All these baseline things have eroded society to the point where now you have men ignoring their paternal instinct. You have men who will sit there and go, that's my child, but I fuck her. That's actually a massive observation to make about how fucked up society is. And it shouldn't be that way because men in a lot of the world are not like that. And so you have to look at all these small things, the small things we talk about. It's no big deal. She goes on boats in Miami. It's no big deal. It is a big deal because now that dude ain't going to want to fucking pay child support because you were on those fucking boats with his fucking the other team.
And the thing is that before...
Do you think
this nigga is spitting fire, bro. Shit. Damn. That's fire right there. I ain't got nothing to say after that. Damn, this nigga just made. Damn, I wasn't even must have went debating in this nigga's. Damn, I ain't gonna cap. I agree with that. Like, bro is smiling when he talks. Can you smell color? You can, but you don't gotta smile every time he talks. Who the fuck smiling? Why the fuck you looking at me? What colors do I smell? What does like? You're my favorite. Oh fuck. This nigga, bro. That's true, bro. It all come down to status. That's how they say status though. Damn, that's damn. Cause now that I think about it, I wouldn't pay child support either if a woman was blasting me publicly and shit. Bro, this bitch still argue with me in the comments. Of course she is, bro. Hey, I said with the foreign pill, no cap.
As well said,
On YouTube.
Thank you very much. Do you think that men marry for like high status families? Like I'm thinking of like Ivanka Trump. Like would someone marry a girl for like status in that way?
Well, that is one of the most. I mean, if you look at arranged marriages, it's all for status, right? That's an example. But men primarily marry for. I'd argue that men, and I say this about men, but women do the same thing, right? Women love the idea of getting status from a man. Women love the idea, and this is where it actually gets a bit messy. The waters get muddy because women love the idea of bragging about the man they're with, but they can only brag about the man they're with if other women want that man. So you're saying you love women who get cheated, women love getting cheated on. That's not true. But women do not like men that other women don't want. If you were to say, look, I got my man, he's perfect, he's rich, he da-da-da-da-da, and every girl in the room would go, I would never touch him. She'd be like, oh, shit. Oh, I don't want him either then. What the fuck
But
is
you
this?
know, can I add on top of that?
But it's true, right?
No.
Women want men that all the women want.
Do you know what's the best man that woman wants? Is the one that every girl wants, but he doesn't want them.
Okay.
A selective man.
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
that's
more
true.
valuable
That's
than the top.
problem,
But that's the
that gets
fantasy.
every
That's
girl.
true.
saying
That's
that
the
men-
fantasy.
But Tate,
No, that's
you're
not
saying
the
that
fantasy.
men are
That's
now
not that
polygamous
selective.
and women should accept that. That's the problem. Men are continuously disrespecting their woman.
When has Tate said that? Wait, what? Huh?
Like, yeah, you know what? You can't be
Why the
with one.
keyboard not working, bro? The hell?
Women don't want. If you were to say, look, I got my man, he's perfect, he's rich, he da-da-da-da-da, and every girl in the room would go, I would never touch him. She'd be like, oh, shit. Oh, I don't want him either then. What the fuck
But
is
you
this?
know, can I add on top of that?
But it's true, right?
No.
Women want men that all the women
They
want.
do.
Do you know what's the best man that woman wants? Is the one that every girl wants, but he doesn't want them. A
Okay.
selective
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I'm sure
That's more
But that's
valuable
the
than the top
problem,
But
G
that's
that
the
gets every
fantasy.
You're
host.
saying
That's
that
the
men,
fantasy.
but Tate,
No, that's
you're
not the
saying that
fantasy.
men are
That's
now
not that
polygamous
selective.
and women should accept that. That's the problem. Men are continuously disrespecting their woman. Like, yeah, you know what? You're with one, you can't be with one woman. Now you want to keep cheating with all these
But
different women.
that's not what he said.
No,
He-
Yeah, I'm about to say that's ain't nobody never say nothing about being poly. I ain't gonna cap. The term polygamous didn't even much come up in the conversation. Yeah.
he's saying if you're gonna go for a high status guy, if you're gonna go for
If you're gonna go with like, you can't want the top 1%. Then when you finally get him, expect him just to fucking fuck you.
They'd never.
the top 5% of guys, that's what comes with it. And if
Yeah,
not,
but
then go for the average guy.
Can I just say though that before?
So is it okay for average guys to stick with one woman then?
It's not about okay. It's okay for anyone to do whatever they want. I'm not sitting here saying what's okay and what isn't okay. What I'm talking about is observations about the baseline realities of how humans function. What I'm telling is if you give a man unlimited options, like the men at the top of society have, on a long enough time scale, he will explore said options. That is a fact. Like I said earlier, you can walk into a car garage and buy a Nissan, and that's reliable, and it'll never let you down. Or you can buy a McLaren. You cannot sit, like women do, and go, I want the McLaren that's reliable like the Nissan. Well, guess fucking what? That's not real. So you have to choose.
Can I
have
ask you
to
something,
pick.
Mr. Tate? Can I ask
Yeah,
you
we gotta
something?
do 50
I wanna
Years
go next.
ago, right? Do you think it makes a difference? Because years ago, if you want to meet a man, you go out there, you actually talk. But now you meet a guy, he can go and check out your IG and see what you're all about. Don't you think that by them being able to look and see what you're all about, that makes a difference to how they perceive you?
100%. I think society is fundamentally and utterly broken. I think the way that men and women interact is broken. I think that men are broken. I think that women are broken. I think everything is completely fucked, genuinely. And this is where we go into the small things. We're talking about status. You're right about IG. If I go on a date with a girl and I look at her Instagram page, I'm sitting there thinking, does this make me look good or bad? Yes, I want her to be hot. Yes, I want her to have followers. Yes, I want everyone chasing her. But what's that caption about fucking city life? And what's this about? What's that? That's not, nah, that puts me off, right? So it's interesting. What's also interesting is the majority of women don't have a clue in the modern world what men find attractive. So we said earlier in the very beginning of this podcast about men who want their dick sucked and all this bullshit. Men don't, that's not attractive to men. We don't want any of that. Most women, if you were to say, how do you attract a man? They wouldn't have a Scooby-Doo. They wouldn't have an idea.
I know. They
Hello.
want a submissive woman.
Hello, my
She
name's
cooks for him.
Fedelva.
Give him some massage.
It's not- no, but it's not-
Feed him great.
It's not just, no, it's not even
Pat
just-
his head.
it's not just about that. The one of
She
the
like a little frog.
important things for being a man, especially in a relationship, is we want to be our woman. If I have a woman and I love her, I want for being a man
There you
into
go.
the world.
It's back.
I want her to experience things through me and see things through me. So for that, I need a degree of innocence and purity for her. I want to be the first person to put her on a private jet. I want her to get on the jet and go, wow, I did it. Oh, you took me. It's like you wouldn't want to give someone a Christmas
Facts.
present if they'd had 10 presents better than you beforehand.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you?
like, that's
It's like,
nice.
well, duh.
Yeah.
So as a man, as a woman, what makes you attractive to a man, to a degree, is your innocence and your purity. This is
The inexperience.
very important. I'll tell you, if I walk in a club, do you know who the hottest girl in the club? It's the girl who isn't dancing, isn't twerking on fucking.
Appreciate the follow, man. What the fuck I say? Man, shut the fuck. Nobody but fucking lock her.
Stage, not surrounded by dudes. When girls want male attention in a club, they start drinking, twerking. That is the most revolting, haram bullshit. I may want to fuck you, but I don't want to be with you. If you show me a girl sitting in the corner, shy, I'm like, good, she hasn't experienced too much life. I can show her things. And also, not just show her things. This is a very important point that I get attacked by the Matrix for because they completely misunderstand me on purpose. As a man, if I'm out here struggling and leading and trying to lead my household, I also want a woman who shares my values. I want to a degree to educate my woman and show her things and for her to agree with me. Like you said earlier, looking for a male role model. You want to be a role model to your woman. If she's too experienced with life, it's difficult to be a role model. If she's sitting there shy and quiet, you can come along and say, no, you know what? Don't take the fucking vaccine. Listen to me. And you can be a role model for her. You can't do that for a woman who knows too fucking much, knows too many dudes, been too many places. So it's this degree of purity that we're looking for that's super important.
This okay, this definitely facts, bro. Unfollow and don't worry. Get the fuck out, bro. I literally said, bro. The girl I was recently with, bro. One of the best things, bro, was the innocence, bro. Virgin. She said she never much left the city, bro. She never been to Disney World, bro. She never seen mountains and snow like I haven't, bro. She haven't been a lot of places. Well, I've been to Disney World like 7 times. I went to almost every park in fucking Disneyland and shit plenty of times. Like traveling for AAU and shit, bro. But it's like the showing a girl that experience. Like I could just picture myself just showing her that experience and a smile on her face. Like I never been. Like that's a good ass feel. I get what he's saying 100%, bro. Like. No dude really want to experience a girl, bro. Like, if she already did all that, like, what the fuck you gonna show her? Imagine you got a girl and she been to fucking Dubai. She been to fucking Hawaii. She been to Disney World. She been to all the fun places. She did this, been there. The fuck? Like, what is... Okay. Like, no, that's fucking ass. Like, I want a girl that's gonna be like, I never been here before. Like, bro, that shit'll make a nigga day for real. I want a type of girl in Disney World bathroom. Them bathrooms clean as hell.
I'm curious if you said if she's like done too many things, that's like bad, right?
Yes, correct.
So I'm not even talking sexually, like been on a private jet. Yeah. I'm curious because I lived a.
But how do you get on a private jet without sucking dick?
Oh, I was just curious because my dad's part of like he's top like 1% in terms of like income, and I was just curious, is it different if you did stuff with your dad?
Well, no, that's fine.
No, not like that. Not sexual. No, I meant like
she said private jet.
Yeah, private.
I know what you're saying. Well, I mean, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But my point is that we're looking for a true degree of innocence inside of females, and it's that innocence is going to make us feel protective over them, and that the protectiveness is going to make us be good men.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So when we're looking at society as a whole and how broken it is, I understand that men have a massive role to play, women have a massive role to play, but a lot of the paternal instincts and instinctual behaviors of men, because the instinctual behavior of man is to die for his woman. Mm-hmm. Like someone comes to try and take her, pull a sword, die to defend her, right? Mm-hmm. If you're going through life and you find that men don't really feel about you that way, that's because a lot of their instinct is being eroded by the fact that you, like you said, they look through your IG or they look through your life and you've lived so much life and they just feel like, there's nothing new I can bring to this girl's reality.
But I don't feel like that's true, though, because, like, I think it's like, I get what you're saying to a degree, right? But it's like, you could be on a private jet.
There's nothing new I can bring to this girl's reality.
But
there's nothing.
Boom. There you go. It's back. Muted W Man's for look. Hey, thank you for letting me know, bro. Bro, he's saying, bro, what men like, bro. The purity, the innocence, the virgins, the inexperienced woman. And Pearl brought up a good question. Let me answer Pearl question first, though, bro. If she already did all that shit with her dad. Shit, I don't know. That's a good ass question that I gotta answer to at the moment. Okay, that's a good ass question. She did all of it with her dad. Shit. You want me to unfollow? Let me know. Yeah, unfollow, bitch. And bro, Tate telling her what men value, and she said, "I don't think that's true." What the fuck you mean? Most men want purity. 99.9% of men want purity.
I don't feel like that's true, though, because, like, I think it's like, I get what you're saying to a degree, right? But it's like, you could be on a private jet 10 times, but it's going to be special because it's with you.
Yeah. Not for him, it isn't. Not
exactly.
For him, it's special because it's your first time. Because men, maybe it's a biological predisposition. Maybe it's just the way we're designed. But let's tie it back to sex. Virginity, first time. It's not that you've done it. It's that you've done it with the first time with me. That's what is important.
Yeah.
It's experience as a whole that men find. It's just the truth. Call me misogynistic, cancel me, whatever. I'm telling the truth, I always have done. It's experience of life as a whole that men, to a degree, find off-putting. We don't want a woman who's had a bunch of trauma, had a bunch of experiences, done a bunch of shit, knows a bunch of people, been a bunch of places. That's the absolute opposite of what we want. We want the complete polar opposite of that. And what's funny is women want men who have done those things. I'll tell you right now. Go out there and find a virgin woman and say, do you want to have your first boyfriend? Do you want to lose your virginity to a virgin man or a man
virgin hunk.
Or a man who's had a couple girls? She'll choose a dude with experience as a virgin herself. Experience is always coveted and respected in men. It's the opposite in women.
That's true.
It's true. So we have to look at how fucked up the world is. Women, especially between their 18 and 28 or 18 and 25, let's say, are living these crazy lifestyles, these crazy lives with the most important people, richest people on the planet, doing everything that can be experienced under the sun. And then at 29, 30, some dude's expected to come along, know he's second place to X, Y, Z, and be happy with that. And not allow it to hurt his ego, and sit there and pick it up and put a fucking brave face on. It kills him every day. And
Hey guys,
That's fire, bro. Hey, bet, man. I can't wait to get a woman that's feminine and submissive and inexperienced. Every girl I can't have right now have at least 3 red flags, 3 strikes, and you're out. I haven't met a girl that meet, bro. Shit. Ain't no girl really meet no requirements, right? This nigga locked, bro. This nigga locked. Yeah, but bro, that's 100, bro. Men value inexperience for sure, bro. It's just something that's in it. It's like, bro, I didn't much have to listen to. I don't have to listen to nobody to know that I always wanted a girl that's inexperienced, bro. Shit, the girl I used to date, bro. I was her first boyfriend, bro. What? Beautiful. I was the nigga that broke up with her. Beautiful. What, nigga? What? Still to this day, love her to death. Want some drugs? Let me know right now. This nigga here, bro.
with fucking who? I can't afford a jet. I'm Joe Schmo.
Okay.
That fucking breaks their hearts.
Do you think that hoes can ever be turned into housewives?
Okay, I'll answer that question. And the answer is actually, truthfully, yes. Which I know a lot of people are confused by. They can. If you're a good enough, high enough level man, you absolutely can turn a hoe into a housewife. But why the fuck would you? Because you don't have to. A man like me, I could. But I'm not low on options, so I would never decide to do that. If you're a billionaire, could you can find an old rusty car and rebuild it, or you can just buy a new one, right? So it's not about what could be done, it's about what will be done. So once women hit a certain status of man, I don't think women are stupid. I actually argue the fact that women have a beautiful intuition. I think that women, to a degree, their intuition is truly almost psychic. The number of times I've come home and she's like, "You were cheating." And I was like, how the fuck does she know I'm fucking cheating? Like, you have intuition and it's real. You guys are smart, right? And if they get to a certain echelon of man, they're not going to go anywhere because there's nowhere else to go. They're going to get to a guy eventually. They're going to stop at the buck and go, you know what? Where am I going to surpass this specimen?
Yep.
So I'm just going to behave for him. So you could turn a hoe into a housewife that way. But why would a man at that level want to do that?
Why do some guys at certain, and this is obviously a celebrity example, but I'm sure we can all think of examples in like day-to-day life where a guy with a lot of options does pick a hoe and like wife her, like for example, Kim and Kanye. Because
that's a good ass question.
Kanye clearly has options.
She did not want to be a housewife.
No,
she was a project.
Okay, I understand. I'm just asking because some guys do pick.
Yeah, they do, and it's a really good point. And I have nothing bad to say about Kanye. In fact, I think a lot of the work he's doing now in terms of attacking the Matrix is important. But I can give you a generalized answer. But it's a man who is not true to his masculine imperative, which is going to fall for the propaganda machine, which is being purported upon him, who's going to believe that all the crap that is being told by society, like a female's past doesn't matter and all this shit doesn't matter. This is what's interesting in the fight against the Matrix, because people always say to me, Andrew, why do you come here and say all these things? They're literally trying to destroy your life for what you say. And the truth is, as a man, you have two choices. You either fight against the programming and the brainwashing they're trying to put inside of all of our minds, or you end up fighting against yourself. If you're a man and you sit down and you believe the garbage that society is telling you about how society functions between men and women, you're going to end up getting fucking wrecked, like these dudes do. They sit there and go, just because she's fucked everyone doesn't mean she'll do it again. Just because, and they sit there like dummies and they get fucking wrecked, right? You have to sit there as a man and go, no, I don't give a shit what society's telling me. I understand something baseline about humanity, right?
Yep.
And that's why they make these poor choices. And a lot of men do make these poor choices, but it's only in the West.
Unfollowing BRB bet.
It's only in the West where this propaganda machine exists. You will not find a Russian billionaire doing this dumb shit. You will not find a Chinese billionaire doing this dumb shit. You do not go to Saudi and find a sheikh doing this dumb shit. None of it. You only
Okay.
find it in the West.
Do you think the values of the West are spreading?
What values?
So
Name a value of the West.
Sorry.
Name a value.
Sorry, I might have misspoke. I mean,
Ideals.
like the ideas of the West. Like I've just gotten I get messages from people like from all over, and like in places like India, I've heard feminism is spreading there. Like I've heard that. Do you not find that to be true?
Damn, feminism spreading all over India. How bro felt after showing his candle and lifting it again. Stop playing on me.
So firstly, the West has no value. The only thing the West seems to defend fervently is LGBT. I'm not saying anything about it. I'm not. I'm just saying it's the only thing that they'll stand up and fight for. I don't know why. It's weird. Like they don't care about anything else. They don't care about.
That's true. Ain't no, bro, that's crazy because that's true, bro. What the fuck?
Children going without child support. They don't care about people dying in wars. They don't care about our parents being in parent homes. They don't care about crime. They don't care about no one being able to pay their energy bills. They don't care about nothing. But they give a shit for some reason about this one thing, and they'll fucking throw the flag all around the world.
Which is again surrounded around sex.
That's all they care about. It's fucking strange. So that's the first thing about the values of the West. Second thing, the harder society and the harder the life is as a whole, the longer it's going to take for feminism to spread. Feminism only exists in a vacuum of an easy life. If you're living in a society like India, where life is hard, feminism disappears because the harder life is, the closer people naturally revert to their gender roles. If you got a bunch of 10 men, 10 women, stranded them on a desert island, and they had to survive, very quickly the men would do men shit and the women would do women shit. There'd be very little talk about feminism and equality, and all this shit would fucking vanish when shit hits the fan, right? So in countries where life is harder, feminism can't take hold because feminism can only exist in a vacuum of a very privileged life. I'm sure there's some kid in India who didn't get laid off some chick and he's complaining she's a feminist. There's a bunch of dumb shit, right? But I think the world is going to get a lot harder. I think the world is cyclical. I think it's been easy for a while. I think hard times are coming. And when hard times come, people are going to naturally revert to what gives them the highest chance of survival, which is gender roles, right? I have the best chance of survival being a man, and a woman has the best chance of survival being my woman. That's how she's going to function.
Do you think women typically are happier as housewives rather than a career?
Well,
yeah,
Depends on the career.
No,
Depends on the man.
The answer is absolutely and utterly yes, because giving life is the most beautiful thing a female can do. That's what you've evolved to do. That's the thing that men cannot do. I think that women who focus on having children and do their best to be good mothers in the end are the happiest females on the planet.
Being a mother and being a housewife is kind of different, though.
Okay, no, but
housewife? Nah, it's not. I really obviously it's gotta. Nah, I don't see no difference. The woman is always at home, tending to the kids, making sure the house is, raising the kids. Obviously the man raising the kids too. Traditional house too. But the man don't have to. And that's something that society pulled over my face too that I really didn't understand, bro. Well, that's something that they put. They basically made it seem like that the dad had to be in the kid life every single day, all day, 24/7. He gotta live with the woman 24/7. He gotta be home 24/7. This and that, and that's not true. Just to be a good dad, that he had to be home 24/7. I see him 24/7. Blah. No, it's not true at all. It's not true at all.
it's essentially the same thing. If you're a housewife long enough, I'm going to assume you're going to end up having children, and I think that the sooner a woman has children, the better. If she can find a good man and have a child, that's a fantastic thing. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I don't see the point in a woman slaving away for a corporation that doesn't care about her as opposed to slaving away for her own flesh and blood. I think that's a complete waste of a life. I think if men are already doing that, why would you want to go along and do that as well?
Because a career is not just slaving away for a corporation. A career can involve a million different things.
Well, that's exactly what a career is. It's slaving away for a corporation that doesn't care about you. And I understand you have to pay the bills, and I understand you don't want to be completely sufficient. You want to be self-sufficient. You don't want to be dependent on a man. I understand all that. But in an idealistic scenario, in the vacuum of ideology, if you could sit and be a woman and focus on having children or focus on doing a job, I think on a long enough time scale, you're going to be much happier with your progeny as opposed to working a job.
Can I ask you a question? Because I feel like we talk a lot about hoes. We talk about a lot of the extreme. There's a lot of gray matter in the middle.
Sure.
Where a lot of women kind of get lost.
Yep.
For example, I think that one of the issues sometimes that I hear a lot about, and I personally may say I feel it sometimes, is that when you're also a quite educated woman, intellectual, intelligent, whatever, smart, a lot of the time, naturally, you speak in a way that stands out from other people, right? And I find that a lot of the time, that kind of intimidates some of the man them, where they start thinking,
damn, bro, I see you just get 3 followers. Yeah, it was your bitch ass. Let's see how good the setup is. My setup is just my mouse pad, dude. I need another mouse pad and I need another keyboard.
And this girl is a bit too
Another
much.
keyboard, bro.
Now, it is not my fault that I'm smart. It's not my fault that I can put one and one together very nicely and very quickly. What kind of man is going to be able to handle that?
I have to give me a minute.
This woman laughs like I don't speak 4 languages and got 3 degrees. Now I thought,
What is she trying to say? You're not smart.
it's okay. I speak how I do
Having 3 degrees.
for a reason. So please,
That's
sir, can
kinda
you help
rude,
me out?
though.
I'm trying to find a husband, the kind of beast that can handle a woman like me.
She keep missing the point. A man shouldn't have to handle you. His life is hard enough. As a woman, your mindset shouldn't be a man should handle me, or I need a man that should handle me. No. You don't understand what a man go through on a daily basis. Why not just be his peace? Why not be his happiness? Why do they think like this? And this is grown ass women that think like this. I need a man that can handle me. Handle me. Yeah, I understand that you just got done conquering the world and shit, but I need you to handle me. I'm not gonna give you no happiness. I'm gonna give you bullshit just so you could choke me and handle me. The fuck? Fuck out of here with this shit.
Well, this is another point, right? And I'm only answering generally, right? Because this is the first time I've met all of you ladies. You've all been very polite to me. You've all been very nice. I'm just talking generally. And I'm going to answer it based on your last sentence. Your last sentence was handle a woman like me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the average man's life, like I just discussed earlier, how difficult it is, how competitive he has to be, and how many problems he has to fix. Do you think he wants to handle any woman?
Okay, so...
Do you, like the idea of any degree of problem?
The problem why she haven't found her man yet, bro. The reason why she haven't found her man yet, bro. A man, a real man. Because she don't value what men care about. She don't value what men want in a woman. She just value, like, she just care about as long as she getting handled.
It's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like the point of having a woman as a man, for me at least, is for her to be my peace and quiet. My life is stress. You see me, I'm rolling around with fucking security teams, and I got problems, and they're after me, and when I come home to my chick, the last thing I want to do is have to handle anything. I want her to just sit the fuck down and her make me happy. She used to be my positive energy. She used to be my sunshine in the rainstorm.
Okay.
So you're talking about him handle you. I don't know. I can't answer the question exactly, but if you're sitting there constantly arguing over small points or correcting him or that, he's probably thinking, this is a battle. I don't have the energy for another fight.
Okay, so now let me add extra context to what I mean as well. So obviously submission is something that people talk about a lot.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a logical person, I believe, and I submit with logic. I don't submit by default because there's a level of respect that I believe I need to have to be able to submit. Obviously, it's not that I go around and I disrespect all men and everything, but I find that my level of
Eve's and me.
It's the fact that she probably still think in her head, like her ego sound like her ego is so big. She think just because she got 3 degrees and like, bro, her ego is huge, bro. I could tell, like, her ego is huge. Like, she's smelling her own ass a little too much. Like, she probably thinks she a 10 out of 10. From the mindset, bro, if I'm a millionaire and say if I am attractive in a man, then she probably wouldn't. I come across her, I wouldn't want to date her. I'll pass. Fucking mindset. Handle me. Can you handle me? The fuck I look like? Fuck out of here.
thought process. A lot of the times,
it makes it hard. No, so I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, but you need to find a man you truly respect to submit to him, and I completely respect that. And that's the same with 99% of women. Like you're never going to submit to a man you don't respect. And respect is ultimately important because you're not going to sleep with a man you don't respect. You're not going to be attracted to a man you don't respect.
Yeah.
Respect is the bottom line of it. And the man has a job to do. He has a duty to do to be worthy of respect. But this all goes back into a very interesting point. Some of the points I've kind of mentioned earlier. If I was a woman, if I was a chick, the chance of me ending up in a relationship with a man I don't respect is 0%. I don't understand how you girls end up. Well, I do understand how you girls end up here. You end up here because of feminism, promiscuity, promises that running around taking dick is fine, dumb shit, stupid decisions. I'm independent, so it doesn't matter that he's a dummy. Bunch of garbage. When you should be waking up going, you know what? I'm going to be extremely selective, and I'm going to take my time and be very, very smart because you're the gatekeeper. By the time you're in a relationship with somebody, you should have immense respect for that man. Absolute immense respect. You shouldn't be able to...
pause right there, y'all. Ah, shit, I got to go work off. I'll fall asleep. All right. I don't feel like working out, but it's not about what I feel like doing. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, bro. I got a lot of shit to get done. I'm off tomorrow. But ain't no real off days. No such thing as an off day. It was damn golden, bro. Hey, I'm at the end, bro. Yeah, hey, y'all boys have a good night, bro. Hey, keep going and golden. And Lock, fuck you, Lock. I'm just, bro. You have a good day too, Lock. Whatever you're done with your life.